mapping the US-China duel in the Pacific. Only this time, it's no longer bayonets and kamikaze. Neither Abrams, Leopard tanks, we all know that it's beyond atomic. Pray for mercy and salvation because there will be no escaping the ICBMs when shit hits the fan. Let's get on to the entanglement of Taiwan and the Philippines in this battle of the two behemoths. This is one of the reasons why Taiwan and the Philippines will play a pivotal and dangerous role if a military confrontation breaks out between China and the United States in the Pacific. Let's look at the map around the South China Sea. Here is the globe. This is China right here. This is the South China Sea right here. Let's move this up a little bit. South China Sea. This is Taiwan. This is the Philippines. This island here is called Hainan Island. There are tunnels here, according to report from the Pentagon. There are tunnels here, and they have facilities here. By the way, this is a resort island. So again, here's China, Taiwan, and the Philippines. Right across. This is the opening here is Luzon Strait. The path between the two countries. Let's keep this spot in mind. On the north side is the Yellow Sea. The north side, which is close to South Korea and North Korea. This is what separates the two countries. You know, they're not in good terms. To the northeast is Japan. This is Japan right here. And these tiny islands are called Taiwan and Japan island chains. They're not linked together, but they look like a chain. The north side of the China Sea, the east side of the China Sea, and the south side of the China Sea. They don't have any west side of the sea, only that. There are US military bases here in Taiwan, we know that. There are US military bases here in the Philippines, and there are US military bases in Japan. There are US military bases in South Korea, apart from their own armies. According to the report of the Pentagon, the depths of this area here and the north side is very shallow. It's only 44 meters deep. So here is mainland China. They are not going to use this area here, apart from it being surrounded by this military bases here. It's too shallow. If they park a big submarine here that carries nuclear warheads, they cannot conceal the movement. They will be monitored and tracked down. Now, there's another area here in the east where they could potentially use, because it's a lot deeper. This is 370 meters deep compared to this 44 meters deep. However, because of the close proximity to this and this area, they are within striking distance if their movement is monitored. We have to understand the US military bases are strategically positioned to fire on the mainland from here. Now they can fire back and fight with these little countries here. However, their biggest target is to get out here, get their submarine out into the North Pacific Ocean. Why? Let's go back here. Now they use the Hainan Island because this is closest to the South China Sea. Remember, 44 meters deep here, 370 meters deep here. This is 1,200 meters deep. Okay, so a lot deeper. So the huge submarines they have, the Julang 3, can sit here and be concealed from monitoring, and they could even probably navigate out here without being detected. So this is their strategic location, and they're going to fight tooth and nail to secure this place right here. Now, this is the Philippines. This is the West Philippine Sea. So now, there is a 9- awarded to the Philippines in the UNCLOS. It's called a zone for the Philippines. However, it became a dispute because West Philippine Sea is part of the South China Sea, and the Chinese wanted this place so badly that they have to encroach this area right here because they have to move around here to get even. So they get their stockpile here, their maintenance here, and down in this deep right here. Okay, you can research the Hainan Island Luxury Resorts in Sanya. It's a beautiful place here. But these are shallow waters here. I mean, they could move the submarines here, but they're visible because they're so big. But when they get down here, they're not visible anymore. They can go out here. What is out here? This is the North Pacific Ocean. Okay? You have the Hawaii here, United States here. Okay, let's move on to another map. Okay, now looking at a different layout of the map. You talk about, let's zoom this in. We talk about this place right here. This is the Philippine Sea. This is the Philippine Islands. This is Taiwan. Let's move it closer. Okay. So here is Taiwan. Here is the Philippines. This is the island called Hainan, Sanya district. This is the luxury resort right here. Chain of islands, Taiwan and Japan. This is Japan right here. This is South Korea, and this is North Korea. This is the Yellow Sea, 44 meters deep. This is the East China Sea, east part. It's 370 meters deep. Here is the South China Sea. If you notice here, it's a lighter color here because this is shallow part. They can just move in and out here and go through the tunnels and the caves here to get their supplies, but then they have to sit around here with their big submarines. This is the West Philippine Sea. This is the Spratly Island, Paracel Island, which is, there's a dispute between Vietnam, and then the South China Sea. This area here is the critical area they want to guard because they cannot use this area here because of the presence of this, besides it being too shallow for their big submarines. They cannot be here because it's still monitored, and they cannot just stay here. They have to go down here. That's why US is telling Philippines, hey, that's your territory right there. Don't let them go in there. And China said, no, we want to be here. We want to be here. We need this place here. So understand the dispute there. This is Luzon, the north part of the Philippines, and right across is Taiwan. This is the Luzon Strait. The submarine navigates through here to position itself here in the northern Pacific. Why in the northern Pacific? Because their ballistic missile, which could reach about 12,000 kilometers, is better off positioned here. Perhaps they can fire from here, but chances is way too far. So why take the risk when they can reach this part right here and hit on this Hawaii island? Somewhere here is Guam. Let's find that area of Guam. Okay, that's Hawaii right there. The atoll. These are the places where they test the nuclear explosions. Those atolls right there are those areas where they test the nuclears. Australia is here, where United States also provided them with a submarine, nuclear capable submarine. Here's Guam right there. It's next to Northern Mariana Island. Okay, so the Philippine Sea, the east side of the Philippines, once they cross this opening here, once they access here, they can go straight here. Okay, they can go straight here and within striking distance to the mainland United States. Of course, because if they say we're being attacked here from this small military bases or U.S. military bases in small countries, we want to make sure that we get our missiles in here too. So the U.S. wants to stop them from being able to get out through here, because if you where was that? Yeah, this one right here. This is the South China Sea. If you look closely, they really don't have any other places here. They're gonna cross the Indonesia. If they go out here, they're gonna go to Malaysia, Cambodia. There's no other place. Here on the south side of the Philippines, they still have to cross the Palawan, the Basilan Island, the Celebes Sea, and into here. There's a lot of, it's like a labyrinth to get out there, when this is the easiest route to position themselves here. There's no other reason why they want to get out here but to secure a firing distance to the mainland. Okay, once they get out of here, once the US, the Philippines, the Taiwan, and all the forces is unable to stop them, they get out of here, then they can negotiate. Okay, stop firing at us, or else we're gonna fire this place here. Good if they're gonna go straight to DC, where the bunkers of the politicians who want this war will be. Then we could care less. But that's the whole point. Okay, so that's why there are active US military bases in those areas. According to the Pentagon Intel report, they have been, this is 2018, they have been building up their arsenal there. So we saw the reason, we saw the area mentioned. So if a military confrontation ensues, China must ensure that the battle will not only occur in the Indo-Pacific region. They want to be able to fire at the US mainland. And looking at the map, it's the only way they can guarantee that their nuclear missiles reaches the mainland. They must secure that position in the North Pacific Ocean. That's why the Luzon Strait between Taiwan and Philippines is a strategic blockade for the United States. So there is a reason why they not only foot soldiers they put in there, but they have some gears and they're ready. From these two countries, the US military, along with their allies, will be able to fire Chinese submarines and stop them from exiting the South China Sea into the North Pacific Ocean. Again, we understood the reason why they have to move there, so they want to be closer. That's the only reason. They need to get out of there. Okay? Now, the problem is that China is so secretive that the US may not really know how capable Chinese technology is, since this surveillance dates back to 2018, when China was only using JL-2 subs. According to outside analysis, the JL has now been upgraded to JL-3, the JL-2 to JL-3. JL-3 missile, or Julang, can carry 10 nuclear warheads with a range of more than 12,000 kilometers. It has been reported that JL-3 flight test includes tests on its supersonic glider, a supersonic maneuvering missile warhead designed to break through the US missile defense system. Some experts pointed out that JL-3 has multiple warheads and guided technology, and its ability to penetrate more strongly and can accurately strike any strategic goal in the world. It will enable the PLA to have a real intercontinental strike capability and achieve a breakthrough in China's nuclear triad forces. Military expert Chen Guangwen said in an article for Sina Military Column on the 16th that the noise value of Type 096 strategic nuclear submarine might be less than 105 decibels. When carrying 16 JL-3 missiles, it could go freely in and out of the first and second island chains. Right? Remember this, the island chains, and hit any North American targets at selected patrol water. Selected patrol water. Remember, they have to position where they can be a striking distance. I'm sure the US is also advancing its anti-ballistic missile capabilities in deterring Chinese ICBMs, making sure that none of the 10 nuclear warheads will reach the bunkers in Virginia or any part of the United States mainland unless they burn much of the resources in their support of Ukraine. The best hope is that there will be peace instead of war. If only they could take out the warmongers, I think the people could manage to live in peace and enjoy prosperity instead of fighting. But if they must continue with their fight, then let's pray. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully we get some good information from this video, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Talk to you next time.